Hi again, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I just finished this beautiful beach themed junk journal and I'm really happy with it. I pulled this plate here out of a 1920s children's book called A Child's Garden of Verses, and it's just so sweet. And I love that it's just the two-tone, the black and beige. So I used all of my vintage beads here that I could to match that cover, and I added some trim. I love this here. Tried to make it look like netting that you would find down a fisherman's wharf maybe. Added some trim and some antique paper on the back. So let me take you on a little journey to show you all the historical antique and vintage pages inside before I put it in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. So this first page here is a lovely page from the 1940s, and I love that it has the lighthouse, this little girl on the beach feeding the seagull. And then over here as well, I just think it's so sweet. There's another little children's book page here, the little kids on the beach with their pail and shovel. And this here is from the early 1900s, and that is, it was from a souvenir card pack. So you would have bought a little envelope and there was like 10 attached little souvenir photos on paper. It's really quite sweet, but that's a great beach scene there. And look at this postcard. It's one of my favorites, and it's been in my beach theme folder for many years, and I just, this is just beautiful. Look at it, how wonderful that is. And these are shells found along the Gulf of Mexico, and it's from 1952. Isn't that beautiful? It's really quite sweet. These look like angel wings to me. I just think they're beautiful. And then I've got some great antique lace down here and a little hidden journaling spot up here. And this is kind of fun. This is from 1936 from Paris, France Almanac. Look, there's two fellas down at the beach as well. Isn't that great? I was so happy when I found that one. And then another little hidden journaling spot up here. This is again from another vintage children's book, Seashore Days. Perfect for this journal, right? And here's a lovely little poem about the seashore as well. Pulled this from a 1940s magazine. Look at this little girl getting ready to go to the beach. Now this is very cool. I had to look twice at this, and it is actually magnified sand. So these are grains of sand under a microscope. How cool is that? I just think that is fascinating. I love it. So of course you have to have sand in your beach journal. This is from the 1890s, The Castle by the Sea. And then this is a little story called The Seaside Special. All kinds of fun things in here. And this is another great 1937 Chatelaine magazine, and we've got these beautiful blues here, and they're down by the shore sitting on the rocks, and then on the other side it's just a continuation of that story, which you can see up here. It's 1937. I think it's fantastic. And then I pulled this page here, B for Beach. And then over here, really fun cluster here. This is from a sweet little vintage children's book as well. Little girl down at the beach here. I just think it's wonderful. This is a great one here. There's a seabird. Now this is probably one of the best things in the journal. This is from the 1920s. Look at this great gang down at the beach. They're wearing suit and ties at the beach. It's just awesome. Look at this guy with the sunglasses. He's so cool. Anyways, I love this photograph. Again, I've had it for a long time, but it belongs in a beach journal. So that's fun. And this here is from the early 1900s as well. Little boy setting his sailboat off on the beach. Another great one up here. This little boy painting on the rock. Or no, sorry, finding little rocks and shells on the beach. This is a piece of vintage applique for embroidery. And then this is the seashell page from a vintage book, great little poem there as well. This is from a vintage book here on all things nature, and this one's on shells. Isn't that great? I love it. I love the colors. And then this here is also from a vintage children's book, Seagull Flying Along the Shore there. And I put some antique paper on the back so you can journal on. And this page down here is from the 30s as well. That's sweet. The two little boys at the beach. Some vintage paper here. Here's from this really large book I had on shells. and it was more of an education book, but I just love the colors, and you can just tell it's old just by the way it's all laid out there. Another great piece here from a children's book. More seagulls. And this here I like because this looks like the sunshine that you'd see coming up on the horizon. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe not. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Sort of when you're on the beach and you're looking at the sunrise. And then we've got this great little boy here feeding the seagulls with the lighthouse in the background there. And then here's a story called A Summer by the Sea, the first day at the shore. Now this here is from 1957. It's the Alumni Beach Club from the University of Rochester. I just thought that was fun, so you can journal on there as well. Oh, A Book of Sea Stories, that's the title from an antique page. And this is from an antique book on being a new mother. And it's got this little tiny baby boy here walking down the beach. I just think that is so sweet. This is a vintage ledger page. Just wanted to get some color in there. And this here is very old. Look at that. But I thought it looked like a beach towel. So I slipped it in here. I know that's a stretch, but I really did think it looked like a beach towel. And this here is from an antique music sheet. It's called Wind and Sea. You can see it's kind of hiding there. When you open it, you can see it. And then this is from 1904. That is from Poole Harbor in Europe. And it's beautiful. And this is a vintage EduCard beach ball. Isn't that fun? Gotta have a beach ball and a beach journal. Another beach page here. And this one here is from a teacher's journal, or sorry, a teacher's instruction book. And I love it. And two little kids here playing in the hot sand. I just think that's so special. And then just a little booklet here of my cutoffs that you can journal in. Not necessarily beach themed, but certainly fun. And I love the pocket is from the House of Happiness book. Another beach theme children's book page there. Now this is a wonderful 1920s page, fishermen just off the beach there in the background. And this is an early 1900s wallpaper border that was hand rolled with paint, and you can see all the different layers that were rolled onto here. Little girl putting her sand in her pail. So that's pretty darn special. And then up here, we've got the By the Sea poem here by way of poetry. A little floating pocket here, another little poem, Seaside Thoughts. And then in here is a beautiful little piece from the 1880s. Look at that. And the little fishermen out there. So not necessarily beach, but they had to be on the beach to get in the boat. So that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Another wonderful children's book page here from the 30s, little boys. And then this is a great postcard, and I believe it is from the 40s. And that is a lovely beach pic there. You can see the women in their long dresses there. And somebody had written an address and then scribbled it out over the years. I think that's funny. And here's two little kids here from 1927, Emily Dickinson's The Sea. And they're having fun down there. This is a vintage piece of stationery. This is a vintage 1940s again, I believe. This one is, and just some fashions for under the sun. So they would have worn these sorts of things to the beach as well. And then the last one here is another wonderful little beach theme picture down here. And that is the end. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Beach journals are my favorite. So you can find that in my Etsy shop along with a couple dozen others. And come back soon. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.